Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to Sunday Stamping with Susan and Julie and Al and Bella. And Merry Christmas. She wanted to get on my lap, so I thought I would introduce her.
Well,
So,
Merry Christmas!
yeah.
We're festive. Dad's got on his Tiger Santa hat. And even though we're not in person together in this video, we are together in person on this day. And so, Dad, bye, Dad. Thanks
Here,
for coming on camera.
he's gonna grab Miss Bella Baloney. There we go. Oh, don't drop her.
Oh.
She's fine.
Oh my goodness. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to
Merry
everybody
Christmas.
watching at home. We hope that you're having an awesome day with family and friends and that you're making happy, magical memories this Christmas. And if you're not watching live, it's okay. We understand.
Absolutely. You can always come back and watch the video later.
As always.
As always. That's true.
Well, let's jump right to it. We have a very special episode for you today. We're doing a stamp along. So that means hopefully you've got your supplies ready to go and you can stamp right along with us as we each design and share a project with you. So I'm going to go first. I'll switch the camera over to my desktop and I'm going to share the measurements with you first. And then we're going to add Mom's desktop next to mine so that you can watch both of us stamp at the same time. And we're going to be making the same project, essentially. We're just using different supplies. So here are my measurements that you'll need. So if you're not ready and you're watching on the replay, you can pause and get your supplies ready to go. So I'm using a 5.5 by 8.5 piece of cardstock for the card base, scored at 4 1/4. And I didn't put this on the list, but an inside piece that's 4 inches by 5 1/4. If you have dark cardstock, I highly recommend that. The next piece on the list is designer paper, 3.5 inches by 5.5 inches. And then a piece of coordinating cardstock. I'm using fresh freesia for this piece. That's just 2.5 by 4 1/4 inches. And then a piece of designer paper that's 2 inches by 4 inches. And some white or vanilla cardstock that's 2 inches by 3.5. And I cut 2 pieces just in case I needed a backup. The designer paper that I'm using today is called Favored Flowers. This is a designer paper that will be available during celebration free as a free gift with a $50 order before tax and shipping. And I love these beautiful flowers. I think they kind of look like peonies. What do you think, Mom?
Yeah, I think so. Pretty close.
Maybe there's some different flowers in there, but we've got beautiful flowers with black background. And then on the other side, oops, I accidentally picked up my cardstock. We got some great, more solid monochromatic prints. So the fresh freesia, calypso coral, petal pink, some mossy meadow, and blackberry bliss. Mom, have you got your supplies ready?
I do. I have a choice of 4 card bases because I can't decide what one to do, but I'm using Rainy Day. And I didn't pull the stamp set over. Oh, shoot. But I die cut out this cute little fox
Oh my goodness.
from the designer series paper. I was going to stamp it, and then when I saw it, and the reason is, and I don't know how well you can see it on camera, but it's got this coating, this real shiny coating. I think it's acid and lignin free, but I thought, oh man, I got to use that. I got to die cut him instead. So he's, can you see the shimmer?
Yes, you absolutely can see it. And it's got it on the background designer paper as well with the raindrops.
Absolutely.
So fun. That's actually upside down right now, but there you go.
Yep. So, and then my designer series paper, I couldn't decide on the orientation. So I did cut a piece each way.
Okay.
So I can decide, I guess, which is the back side of this paper with the fox. So yeah, so then I thought first I was going to use Flirty Flamingo, but that's an awful lot of pink. don't you think?
With the designer paper that's Flirty Flamingo, I don't know, it could go either way. It's either going to be perfect because it's going to tie it all together, or you'll want something different.
Yeah.
Like I
So-
think the yellow could be really fun.
Well, I brought that out. I may do the crushed curry. I felt white was just a little too blah after I got it ready.
Yeah, I love that the rainy day paper, I love that it has some bright colors in it. So
I think I'm gonna
it's like, it's funny to make a cheerful card with rain, but you totally
right.
can with this sweet.
You sure can. I'd be loving
Okay.
it. All right.
Are you ready to get started?
I am.
Okay, I'm going to move my measurements out of the way, but they will be in the video description if you need to reference them again. Well, we're going to start with our big piece of designer paper. And so that is going to go on the card, kind of right in the center. And so that's the 5.5 by 4.25 card front. This is going to fill up most of the card front. So you're going to glue that right in the middle, and you'll have about 1/2 inch or so on either side. Mom, you need to come up just a little bit to be centered in your video window.
Is that better?
Yes, thank you. Just trimming mine a little bit. All right, next up, we're going to use the coordinating cardstock, and we're going to come across the top center of the card.
I forgot.
Did you forget a piece?
I did. Let me cut one real quick. Let's see.
So the coordinating cardstock is going to be 2.5 by 4.25.
Why did I forget that? Dang it. Where's the other piece of the 2-inch by 4-inch designer series paper going to go? Is that going to go on top of that?
It is going to go on top of that.
Okay, so I'm going to do. Oh, Lord have mercy.
Oh, I like the blue. I think that's a good one, Mom.
Yeah, so it's 2 inches by.
The measurement for the coordinating cardstock is 2.5 by 4.25.
2.5 by 4.25. Got it.
Yep. So that's going to go across the top, sort of top center here, and it's going to touch both sides of the cardstock.
Can't believe
that. All right. I'm using my tailored tag punch because technically it's in the clearance rack and I love it. I use the tailored tag punch all the time to cut a banner tip. So if you have that, you can use your punch or you can use your scissors and cut a banner tip onto one end of the designer paper layer. And this is going to go down the center, overlapping the coordinating cardstock. I was worried about this designer paper being really busy, but I think it'll be okay. I have another sample with a different pattern to show you when we're all done. So hopefully this one will turn out okay. I'm just adding a strip of designer paper for my inside piece, just in case you need a minute to catch up. All right, our white paper is going to go on with Stampin' Dimensionals right across the center. And I'm going to stamp on mine before I put it on, but if you have some elements that you're adding on top, then you'll want to add those on top. Mom, it looks like yours might be a little bit wider than 2 inches.
I think it is, and I'm not sure why. I had one cut somewhere. I'll just
Maybe you accidentally cut it to the size of the coordinating cardstock.
Oh, maybe I did that.
So this should be 2 inches by 3.5.
2 inches by 3.5.
Yep. All right, so I'm going to use the Coordinating Fragrant Flowers stamp set. This is what coordinates with the Favored Flowers designer paper. You'll find this one in the January through April mini catalog. And so I'm using the small flower and the thanks stamp. And I'm going to kind of keep it really simple with this. I'm going to stamp in the lighter color. And I'm using fresh freesia here. And then for the sentiment, I'm going to use the Blackberry Bliss, which is the darker purple. And I'm just going to go right over the flower. Clean and simple. And so that's going to go on with Stampin' Dimensionals.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
I'm going to add some bling using some of those brushed brass butterflies. So I'm just going to do a trio. Oh my gosh, I love it, Mom. It's so
Oh.
cute. Here is my finished card with the purple posy, and then I have another version that uses the petal pink and calypso coral. And what I like about that one is there's more black in the background, and it's not quite as busy with the layered images. So this or that, you'll have to let me know. Do you prefer the purple one or do you prefer the pinks? What do you think, Mom? Which one do you prefer?
Again, it's hard to decide. I'm thinking the one with the pinks.
Yeah, those are your colors for sure.
I just realized too, this umbrella on this fox is Flirty Flamingo, as is my Coordinating Designer series paper. So that'll have to.
Oh, I see.
That's all right. I think it'll be okay.
Yeah.
So
Oh, so cute.
Well, it needs a little bling, and I'm trying to think of what I want to put there.
I love that. I wish we had some like raindrops.
Yeah.
But what about just some rhinestones?
Yep, that's what I was thinking. There's also these pastel sequins.
Oh, yes.
So maybe I'll put, I'm not sure what color these are. I might do the gold.
I think the colors are Balmy Blue, Blushing Bride, and Gold.
Yeah. So which color do you think?
I was gonna say the blue, but I kind of like the gold.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It kind of goes with the crushed curry.
Uh-huh.
All right, let's just put some of these around. Come on, baby. Mm-hmm.
Just group it next to one of the other ones.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out which one I want. Right there.
Oh my gosh, I love the way that turned out, Mom. It's so cute.
Yeah. I just love this little set.
I've made one card with that one, but I just got the dies in a recent order, so I'm excited to play around some more.
Yeah. I am too.
Okay, so this was card number 1. And we have another card to make. This is going to be Mom's card. So I'm going to take off my desktop so Mom can share the measurements and supplies for her project.
All right. So let me start by getting the measurements back out for you while I start pulling my supplies from my bin here. And again, you can always refer back to the dimensions if you need it in the description that we will post. All right. I think we're ready here, huh? So I wonder, is everybody ready? This is what I wish they could say yes or no. Give me 2 more minutes.
Sorry, I had to mute because I had an alarm going off on my phone.
Oh dear.
Oh, I got it turned off now though. So go ahead and show the supplies and then I'll add my screen.
All right. So I'm going to take the supply sheet away for now. So my card base is 8.5 by 5.5. And I'm using minced macaron. And I should tell you what I'm using. I'm using the Country Bouquet. It's one of the first sweets in the new catalog. And I just love this. I love the colors. I love the patterns. So this is one of the patterns. And this is 5.25 by 4. Then I have it actually, this sweet comes with two designer series paper. This one's from the 12 by 12 pack. And this one is from a 6 by 6 pack of gingham. I don't have my catalog in front of me, but so this is another one, 5 inches by 3 inches. I have a piece of basic white for the inside, 5.25 by 4. I die cut a 2.5 inch circle. And then I have my greeting tag is 3 inches by 1/2 inch. And then I have another piece 4 inches by 1/2 inch that's going to go on the inside of the card. So we'll do some stamping on this and put this on the bottom and then put it on the inside. All right. Are we ready?
I love those paper choices. And I caved and bought that bundle, Mom.
Did you? Oh, good. Oh, yay.
So I'm using some of the same Favored Flowers designer paper that I used on the last 2 cards. And I was having trouble deciding on the patterns. So I did cut like some extra pieces so I can kind of mix and match and figure it out as I go.
It's all good. All right. So we're going to fold. Well, I am. Julie likes to do all her work. And then she folds her card. We're going to go ahead and adhere our designer series paper on the front, our big piece. And this is going to get my favorite glue out. I've got to be in camera here and I apologize, but I'm not. All right.
This is what I couldn't decide on. I've got that busy pattern for the next piece. And so I'm trying to decide between the solid cardstock or the designer paper, because I feel like the designer paper just might be too busy.
Well, if it helps you decide at all, this piece is going to have a banner cut like yours did. So
I think I'm going to use the lighter cardstock instead of designer paper.
I have to trim this down. Too big. What was I doing?
So I have what do I have, 2.5 inches, I think. Was that the measurement for this one?
Measurement, and I cut a 3 inch piece.
Okay.
So now I have a 2.5-inch piece. Oops, I don't want you to see that yet. All right, I kept looking at it thinking, what is wrong with this? All right, so then again, you're just going to cut up. Well, I don't have that punch anymore that Julie uses. So I'm just going to cut up. Hopefully this is halfway. I can't believe our layouts are a little bit similar.
You don't believe it? I feel like we do that all the time, so unintentionally. I'm surprised we weren't using the same paper and stamp set.
Right? Yeah, I'm going to confess that I looked at it, I pulled it out, but you know what I realized? I never ordered that bundle.
Oh.
So, yeah, so I will be ordering it very soon and very soon. Can't believe it, because I was thinking about that one. All right, so I'm going to adhere this one with about a 1/2-inch edge over, so it's kind of towards the left. If I could get this straight. All right. So now I'm going to work on my design element, and I'm using this circle. So I went ahead and did this ahead of time, but I want to show you what you can do with this punch. When I find it. Because this is kind of cool. Except I just lost a leaf. What did I do with that punch? I thought it was in my bin. Oh, here it is. It's under the stamp set. So the stamp set is Country Bouquet. And so these elements are on this punch. So you can stamp these and then slip this into the punch to get it all die cut out. So I'm going to attempt to show you. Now I will tell you, it takes you got to do a little practicing with it, because to get it all lined up. I mean, if you were stamping all the images at once, then there's my sweet sorbet. Here it is. Then you could probably work it a little easier. So the stamp with the hearts, they're connected. So you can stamp this on your cardstock. And then I'm going to take the mint macaron. And take the leaves, which are also connected. And stamp it right here, like so. And then you can punch it out. Just on one punch.
I would be afraid I wouldn't line up the leaves with the punch.
Well, you know what? That has happened to me. So it does take a little work, but you can do it, make 2 punches. I was just thinking if you wanted to just try to make 1 punch. So let's see, how bad am I here? Oh, I'm off. Wait a minute, let me just trim this down here.
So the stamparatus would be a way to get them lined up perfectly so they punch out.
Yes, absolutely. So I'm close, but not quite. So we'll do, I would do them separately, but I already did it. There you go. All right, so I'm going to put this punch away. And what do I have left to stamp? I have the greeting. So let's do that and put the inks away. So I'm doing just wanted to say on here. We'll put this away here. And then I'm going to bring out my inside piece. we're going to glue our designer series paper on. And on the bottom, just like so. You have to do a little bit of trimming. And then the inside greeting is Happy Valentine's Day. So just wanted to say Happy Valentine's Day.
Oh,
And then I've got a couple of the little hearts out that we're just going to stamp in the corners here of our greeting. All right, so we're done with ink. Put this on the inside of our card. And I think I transferred some ink from my hand.
oh no.
To the inside. Okay, so now let's build our design here. So we have our card all ready. And I'm going to take, I'm going to lay these out is what I'm going to do and show you. And then, so this one is popped up. No, this one isn't. The little guy is popped up. So it's going to go something like this. And then we'll tuck a few leaves in here. I wasn't going to put the leaves on, but I thought, well, it's the mint macaron, so I don't know. Do you think it needs the leaves or should I leave them off?
I like the leaves since the designer paper has some leaves in it.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. Okay, so let me get my glue dots. Let's put the glue dot on here. Oh, no, I want it on the front. And we'll put this guy maybe over here. And then we'll put this guy on the other one. Now this is sweet sorbet in it. That's the color.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes. Even though the ribbon in the sweet is real red.
That I guess that's why I didn't realize the paper was sweet sorbet. That's interesting.
Isn't that interesting? So then my dilemma was, do I use sweet sorbet ribbon or do I use something else? All right, so let's get this out of the way and put this on. Oh, that's a lot. More than I wanted. So he's going to go right about here. And he's going to go right about here. And then this guy is going to go on with the dimensional. There. And then we're going to go ahead and put this on our card, maybe right about here. All right, so here is kind of my thought process. So there's going to be a ribbon that goes here. So this is the sweet sorbet, kind of glistening, the shimmer, whatever this is. Woven ribbon. And then this one is the real red that comes in the sweet.
Oh, I like the bigger ribbon, I think.
Mm-hmm. I do too, I think. Oh, where are my ribbon scissors? Somewhere else. My table is such a hot mess. I couldn't find them if I tried.
Oh no. And you
Oh,
usually have them by your in
yep.
your little basket.
Yeah, I do. Come on. Oh, well, you can pretend it's cutting very nicely.
Oh.
So there's the red ribbon. What do you think, Jay? Red?
I think I like the bigger ribbon. And
Yeah.
from my angle, I can't tell the difference really between real red and sweet sorbet. Do you think that it's noticeably different?
No,
Or
I
you think
don't.
it's close enough?
It's close enough. Absolutely. Yeah, but that is sweet sorbet. So I thought that was kind of interesting. So I'm going to put a bow here, and I'm going to clean up this bow when we're off camera because
Oh,
I'll bring out my sample one that I did. And then the last thing is putting on some bling. So these are the sequins that come with it. And so I'm using the pink for this one. And let's put one. Whoop, come back, baby. I'm going to put one over here. And I'm going to put one actually off onto the gingham. And another one right about there. So there is, oh no, I forgot my greeting. Let me get that on there. So the greeting should go right across the bottom of the banner here. I just wanted to say, I'm going to take this ribbon off for right now because I need to redo it. So this is gonna, well, it's too late. It's on. All right. It's on.
I got a little creative with one of my cards because I stamped the greeting onto the circle. I just used a coordinating piece of designer paper instead of a greeting piece.
Nice. So here is the sample.
Oh, I
That's
love
nicely
it,
cut ribbon.
Mom. I'm so glad I got that bundle.
Yeah. And then with the inside. So there it is. I
Such
hope
a
you enjoyed
sweet
these.
card.
It really, truly is. I just had so it came together and I had so much fun making it.
I love it. Well, let's turn the camera around and we'll show off our stamp along cards together. Oh my goodness. I loved getting into our new catalog stuff and playing, and I feel like this is just the start.
Oh, it
It's
is.
almost time for that new catalog to start. Celebration and the January through April mini catalog will start in like 10 days on when Tuesday?
The 4th.
Well, January 5th.
5th or
What day of the
4th?
week is that?
Well, the 1st is Sunday.
The the first is Sunday. Yeah, Thursday. That's a weird day to start, but I think because of the holiday, they didn't want to start on a weekend and they didn't want to start like on a holiday. So the new catalog starts on Thursday, January 5th. So we have about a week and a half until that starts. Demonstrators can pre-order right now. All the products that we shared today, they can order that on a demonstrator order, and it'll be available to everybody else in just a short time.
It amazes me. I keep looking at these cards with the designer series paper and then a coordinating designer series paper with a banner cut. And then it does crack me up.
Oh, they're similar but so different. And it amazes me how you can make the same card layout with different with different stamp sets and have them, even though they're exactly the same layout, and have them look totally different. So I thought that was so much fun to see what you chose to use, so much different than what I chose. And I'm sure whoever is stamping at home with us used something totally different than we did. So we hope that you'll share your projects with us. You can send us a text or an email or post it and share it on our Facebook groups. But we would really love to see what you stamp. And we hope that whether you're watching live and stamping live with us or watching in the replay, that you will give these projects a try at home.
Yes. And I hope the rest of your Christmas Day is wonderful. And next week we'll be in a new year.
Yes.
This is the last Sunday stamping of the year.
Oh my gosh, that's so crazy to think about. Almost 2023. So exciting. Well, we will have another video on next Sunday, January 1st, even though it's a holiday. We will have our video pre-recorded and ready to share with you. So we hope that you'll join us again next week for Sunday stamping at noon Central Time, 1:00 p.m. Eastern Time.
Absolutely. Goodbye, everybody. Thanks for watching.
Bye. Have a great week and Merry Christmas.